Today we're playing Guess the Imposter. There's 3 of us here. We have Mike,
Jason,
and myself, and we're gonna be asking questions to each of us. The thing is, one of us is gonna have a wrong question. Stay strapped to your seats because it's gonna be edge-defying cinema.
my answer.
Okay. All right, my answer. Protect Nautilus.
No, my answer. The Daytona.
The Daytona? Okay. These are interesting answers. What's the real question?
So the real question was, what popular watch do you secretly think is massively overrated?
Massively overrated. Mike, you are the biggest Rolex fan.
That is true. I'm kind of surprised you put Daytona on there.
I'm thinking that Mike might have gotten a different question.
But I also feel like you would get a different question because you love the Royal Oak significantly, and you own 2.
I do, except that it is literally the only line that carries the entire brand.
Yeah, you think it's going too mainstream.
Yeah, so, I mean, we have had this conversation before. I do believe it's oversaturated.
I'm definitely on the side of, I think either one of you could be an imposter. I think this one is a little bit weird to me.
It's a little sketch.
Although I could see, what's your reason? Why do you think it's overrated?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's overrated because you look at any normal stainless steel Daytona and their prices are through the freaking roof. I'd buy it. That's not saying anything, but.
Okay, let's hit on Felix real quick. Protect Nautilus.
I think it's a fair answer.
I thought you loved this watch.
I think it's the most overrated
Gerald
sports
Genta
watch.
Design.
Doesn't matter. The Royal Oak is better.
Design.
Even though it was more successful than the WC Engineer, I think the Engineer's better watch than the Nautilus. I think Nautilus is not a true, the true sports watch. I think there are other watches that should have that name.
So if somebody gave you one, you wouldn't wear it?
Oh, hell yeah, I'd wear it. And then I'd sell it probably 2 weeks later to get a Royal Oak. I feel pretty confident about that. I appreciate the watch. I think it's overrated. My vote is Mike.
My vote is Mike.
My vote's Jason.
You? Who is it?
I have the question. I have the right
You?
question.
I'm the imposter.
What was your question?
I don't know.
There's no way you put a fucking AP Royal Oak being an overhyped.
My question
is not overhyped.
What popular watch do you think actually deserves all the hype it gets?
Oh, okay. Yeah, see,
I knew when you put that down, I'm like, this motherfucker's lying.
Good job. That was a good.
And I'm a
good
terrible liar, by the way.
I mean, you did decent. You want to know what's more sus than Mike's bad answers? Not knowing where the market is right now. And thanks to today's sponsor, Outlier, you can actually get real buy and sell signals so you know exactly where to stand in today's crazy market. With stocks like Microsoft and Amazon taking real hits, Outlier gives you very clear buy and sell signals so you're not the last one to know. For only 82 cents a day, you can sign up now. Link in the description.
All right, I put any model Longa.
Rolex Bluesy.
Richard Mille. Any of them.
Semi-similar answer. What's the question?
What purchase screams, I bought the hype?
Well, Felix is definitely the imposter.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Oh, 1,000%.
Well, I think, bro, the Rolex Bluesy is one of the most also overhyped watches, but also out of any Submariner you can get, you're gonna get the ugliest and loudest.
I'm already fucking confused. What's the right question?
Now, you said Richard Mille. I think this could be a real question. I also think the imposter question could be like, what's the most expensive watch or something? But I do think this is fucking wrong.
Why'd you pick Longa?
Why'd I pick Longa?
Yeah.
Because
he's the imposter.
how am I the fucking imposter? We got the same shit. You put fucking Bluesy on
so
here.
So any model Longa says I bought the hype?
Like a hype purchase?
Yeah.
You didn't sell that well.
Long as a fucking hype piece.
Longa, the company that makes 4,500 watches a year.
Damn it.
3, 2,
By
1.
hand? Mike, what was your question?
What watch purchase screams, I really know what I'm doing? Like fucking,
That's funny.
I would agree.
You know, how do you defend that shit?
Well, you know.
I started catching myself. Jason's threw me off. I'm like, well, maybe he got the same fucking question. I'm like, fucking Bluesy.
You want to reveal your answer?
Yeah, sure. Only looking at case diameter and not lug to lug.
Okay. I put divers or sport watches.
Smaller millimeter case.
Okay. What was yours? Only looking at.
So the right question is, what watch trend do you think is actively hurting the hobby right now?
This feels off. because I think smaller is really good for the watch collection.
Yeah, except you could be saying that to
No, I'm talking
throw
about like
shade.
34 millimeter is not okay.
You don't think so?
No, bro.
I think a 35 looks good on a 7.5 inch wrist. That's my perspective.
I mean, some of them would look like you're wearing a chick's watch. It's gone the opposite direction too far, too fast.
No.
That's my opinion.
I
on
mean,
it.
you could argue that, but I don't know any men's manufacturer watch that maybe goes lower than 34. So.
What's yours?
And you,
Diver or
you
sports
think divers
watches.
and sports watches are hurting the hobby?
Yeah, I feel pretty adamant about this. I think dive watches, but also really sports watches, especially integrated sports bracelet watches, gone way too far that everyone's just buying them. And you need to not be afraid to try a dress watch or like a funky watch, like a Sudi Underdog.
Is that why the Royal Oak is your favorite watch? Is that why
No.
you absolutely love that hideous Gaia watch? Is that why you really enjoyed the Mito that just dropped?
Yes, but that's also me not buying into the trend. I'm just saying I think it's a trend that.
Literally,
But
just
I don't
name
own
the
those
trend.
watches. I own one sports watch, one integrated sports watch. That's my Paramedic 80, and then one diver,
Felix
which
is fucking lying.
No, which is the Seiko.
Jason's
That's not
makes
true. I
sense.
think it's his.
Only looking
I mean, I
at
can see
diameter or not, I can see that. That
But
makes
also,
sense.
this isn't a
doesn't make
trend.
sense, dude. What would you? Why would divers and
think
sports watch? You take that out.
this-
Watch how many collectors disappear.
I think
There are
that
people that-
Exactly.
I think
people need to be not afraid.
The trend is to look at diameter
I agree
and
with
not
that.
taking lug to lug. I think we're trying to change that, but that is definitely a trend that's been happening for a long time. People are obsessed with just diameter.
I buy that.
I also do think that that's more manufacturer side though instead of collector side. But because
Regardless,
yeah,
it's just-
I can still see that.
I think it hurts the hobby.
You're
because
definitely not the imposter. That's what I know. You're not the imposter.
Are
Because
we
I agree
voting?
with this. No,
One,
no, no.
two, three,
no,
let's
no,
vote.
hold on.
So now you're gonna try to like sell your story
Bro,
on
smaller case sizes.
Hey man, I already,
Yeah, but
I'm
I
already
just
locked
told
in
you.
on who I think the
I
imposter
just
is.
told
Okay,
you,
I do.
34 millimeter cases is not okay.
Okay,
Like,
all
I
right. Let's vote. I think it's Mike.
Mike.
don't- Okay, Felix.
All right. Well, who was it? You,
It was me.
Mike. You,
It was
yeah,
me.
I told you.
Mine was the opposite of y'all's questions. Like, what is helping
My Longa 1815 annual calendar.
my tag skipper?
Okay, I did my Seiko tank vintage.
The actual question was, what watch would you keep in your collection even if its market value dropped in half?
Well, dude, I don't care what market value is regardless.
It's pretty
There's a-
good on this watch.
There's a lot of watches that have lost value that I own, and I don't care about that at all.
I could see our answers pretty well for what it means in our collection. I don't understand this one because there's so many other watches that I think you
Because I
could rather
fucking love
pick.
this watch. It's my favorite watch.
I know all of you motherfuckers too well to know exactly who the imposter is right away.
Who do you feel the imposter is?
Felix is the imposter
Why?
because I know that that's not the watch you would pick.
You don't think I would try to keep the most vintage, hard to get watch, and I can buy every other
No,
watch?
I think
in my
that's.
collection?
I think it's the reverse question.
What do
The
you
question
think
was reversed, and your whole and then the laugh, the
This
guilty
is
laugh.
Silly. That's silly. I can't buy this watch anywhere. I generally can't. You can't even find the watch that I have on eBay or anything like that. The other watches that I own, I can buy anytime. My Paramedic 80, my Studio Underdog, those are my top two. This is in my top three. So, I don't understand. I think you would rather pick like one of
Okay,
your
so let's do
rollies.
this. Felix, you vote first on which one.
Okay, my vote is Mike.
That I'm the imposter.
Yeah, 100%.
Mike, you vote.
Felix, because I don't think you would sell that. I don't think you give a shit to sell that watch.
Felix is my vote.
Okay, my vote is Mike.
Who's the imposter?
It's me. You're right. It was the opposite. It was what would you secretly sell if it doubled in value?
Yeah.
Oh, this all day.
Right. Yeah.
I'll go first. Watch movements, generally speaking.
Total specs on the case.
People are going to notice my watch.
What was the real question?
What part of watch collecting do you think people overthink the most?
You think they overthink that people are gonna notice my watch? I don't feel like it is.
I feel like Jason's lying, just straight from his face.
Not even a defense.
He goes.
Not even a defense. Just
Okay.
maybe.
So a lot of people, especially newer watch collectors, buy watches with the intent to impress. So there may be 2 or 3 different watches that they're looking at. And ultimately, one of the biggest mistakes that new collectors make is they buy what they think is going to impress somebody instead of buying what they really, really are drawn to.
But I think most brand new collectors who are buying a watch to impress someone are just gonna buy the first thing that they like, and then they're gonna regret it in a year. And I think that's a common experience for all of us. So that's why I disagree.
Is this called agree or
Ours is so
disagree?
similar.
Or is this called find the imposter?
I mean, I disagree, and I think you would know better. So therefore, I do think
All right,
you might be the
so
imposter.
I need to hear what Felix is.
I think watch movement. I was actually going to put specs in general, but I think watch movement specifically, especially the earlier collectors like my level, care too much about what watch movement goes in their sub $1,000 watch. I don't think it matters as long as it's somewhat reliable.
Yeah, so what's this total spec on case? Mike is both the best liar and the worst liar at the same time.
What's your reasoning?
I mean, Jason just proved me. I've known you for a really long time. I think that you can get too involved with the case. If you like a fucking watch, you like the watch. You can get a watch that's 44 millimeters or 43 millimeters and get 3 different ones that have similar specs. Lugs are a little bit different, and they all wear about, about the same.
All right, let's vote.
I just fucking,
Let's vote.
I'm not even doing this. I just fucking
Let's
so
vote.
much.
Let's vote.
I need to pay attention. I'm just deleting mine.
1, 2, 3,
Mike.
vote. Mike.
What part of the collecting do you think people underthink?
All right, let me actually read my shit this time so I can. I started getting caught in my own lie.
All right, are we ready? We'll start with Mike.
All right, hype from others.
I did like investment / secondhand like pricing.
Watch design, proportions, spacing, architecture, all to create a cohesive piece of art.
I'm ready to vote. I'm ready to vote. It's definitely a hit. What was the question? Who the f is
Jason's
the
trying his
nine?
hardest to hold a smile back.
Who's denying the watch design? I think everyone knows that.
No.
I think most collectors will generally look at secondhand pricing and be like, oh, is it doing good or is it tanking immediately? And that will weigh on whether or not you want to buy a watch.
I know how
This is good
I know how
value.
Mike and I collect, and a lot of times we get excited when we see a watch tank on the secondary.
I think people do
How
care
did you
about
get
the
your
hype.
answer, Mike?
How did I get my answer? That's a fucking.
Even if he's
Wow.
not lying, why does he answer like that?
Give me what your
know.
question was, Jason.
I don't know.
God bless.
Why'd you answer hype from others, huh?
It secretly influences people. It like when you see a watch and everybody fucking likes it, you want to have a rock star piece on, and other people's opinion does sway you, whether you want to admit it or not. And people secretly are swayed into buying a watch because of fucking hype on IG and everything else.
I disagree that you would say this in a way, but this is a greater answer. This is a better answer than that, but I can see the reasoning. Like,
Now I'm starting to get suspicious of you. At first I wasn't, but now you're
'Cause I'm on
pointing
you.
at us and pulling off of yours. So
investment
piece
Or
is a
secondhand
secret
prices.
reason why.
I think people will buy a watch.
Influence.
Yeah, I think
They're
most-
like, oh, this watch, I can get this watch at a deal.
if I could buy a retail Nautilus, I would buy one, even though I don't want the watch because I can flip it. If I could, but I hate the watch, so why would?
I'm just,
that's
I
an
mean, I'm
investment.
gonna vote
This is
like
the hardest one.
it's. I'm gonna vote for Jason for 2 reasons. Is his smile was weird, and I've known this motherfucker half my life. And that answer doesn't make any sense in my brain. I can't rationalize that answer.
Quietly.
Now this motherfucker's giggling, so now I may change my.
This is
What
funny.
are you laughing at?
This is the reason that people like quietly, subconsciously.
No, I would out loud be like, I like the fucking watch design. The proportions are great. You talk about that all the time.
I do talk about it all the time.
I
But
wouldn't
you
do
know
it
how-
in the closet.
you know
like,
how many
I'm not
people-
gonna tell anybody this case design's fucking amazing.
Do you know how many
true.
people buy shitty watches that have horrible
Fuck
design?
this. Jason's a fucking. He's the mole. No.
Honestly, this is hard for me because I feel like this answer's shittier. This answer makes more sense.
I just feel fucking guilty no matter what. I don't know. I just fucking
I mean, me too. I know I got the right question.
it's like when you're driving down the street and you see a cop and you didn't do shit, but you're like
Just feel it.
hiding fake joints. Like,
I think I'm gonna have to say Mike because of his tone. Like it's your tone, but his answer's bad.
It is Mike's tone.
Yeah, it's.
Definitely Mike's tone.
okay,
I vote Mike. I vote Mike. So who's the imposter? Do you guys want to say? He doesn't have to say.
question?
It's yours. I should have just gone with my gut. Why do you like that? You're being honest.
I know him too well. And
I
I'm
won
like,
this game because I got 2 right that other
got
people
2
got
right.
wrong. No, I got like every one of them.
Listen, this was chaotic and crazy. Thank you so much for watching our imposter video. Who was the best imposter? Let us know down below.
This guy.
Let us know if you want to keep watching videos like this. We'll pump one out.